Hello, amazing ones. Laura here. And today I want to share 3 questions to ask yourself to have a more aligned life and business. And if you are joining me live, can you do me a favor? Let me know the sound is coming through. If you could tap the like button, that always helps me because I actually have Instagram and Facebook going here. So we're testing this. So please let me know that you can hear me and the sound is coming through. And if you happen to be watching the recording, say hi, all of that good stuff. So in typical Laura fashion, I want to share a story. And there's a reason, one, we learn through stories. And also there's a reason that I'm inviting you to ask questions, because when you ask better questions, better answers start to find you. Right? That means that your effort doesn't have to go into finding the answer. When you actually focus on asking a better question, it opens you up. It actually physiologically opens up a part of your brain, that particular activating system, to allow in better answers. So that's where we're going today. And the story that I want to share with you, it was actually yesterday. I went out for a walk, and I actually had my coaching call with my coach, and I like to walk while I am coached. So I got old school on my phone, and I had already walked my dog in the morning. My son was at daycare. So I put my shoes on and I started walking out the door by myself. And about halfway down the block, I said something to my coach. I was like, this is really weird. She's like, what? And I was like, this is the first time that I can remember, and probably over a decade, that I have gone for a walk with no dogs, no toddlers, or no preconceived notion of where I'm supposed to go, right? I wasn't walking for exercise or to hit a mileage or to get to a set point. I simply walked out the door to walk. And I was having this physiological experience where normally when I walk, right, when I'm pulled by the dogs, it's like, I can feel the leash pulling. When I'm chasing a toddler, right, there's that, or when I'm like trying to hit a destination or a mileage or a marker, it often feels like I'm pushed. The embodied experience that I had in the moment was that I could feel my feet on the ground. I could feel my heart open. I felt very present to the trees. It's been gorgeous here in Ohio these past couple days. And it felt like I was going like this, right? I wasn't here. So like being pulled or being pushed, right? I was just like floating. And it was this interesting sensation of being so deeply connected and present while feeling myself progress and move forward. And here's why I share this. You may have noticed recently that we announced we have closed enrollment for BodyMind Coaching. Don't worry, it's not going away. But the reason that I did that is that I don't know about you, and actually pretty sure I asked our BodyMind coaches yesterday on one of our calls. I've been feeling it for a while. I have a feeling y'all have been feeling it too. The way that we are here to do business is changing. And for a while now, months, probably longer than that, I have just felt like things are shifting. And I got to tell y'all, I am in a bunch of groups and masterminds with multi-6, 7-figure businesses. And we are seeing across the board things shift. Old ways of marketing, and my dog's going to bark. Daisy, come here. Daisy. This is what happens when you go live. The old ways of marketing and doing business aren't working either, right? And just lately, it just felt like I kept, Daisy, not now, baby. All right, sweetie. Thank you for sharing. Just lately, it has felt like something is shifting. And especially here in the US where it's spring and like the weather's starting to get nicer, there is this opening up. Daisy, I'm hoping she doesn't bark. What I am sensing for myself, and I think across the board, is that we are looking for genuine connection. I think people are over the, these quote unquote webinars where people act like they're live, but they're not. People are over like these, I don't know, like these inauthentic, weird messages that you can tell is a script, is a template. Just the way that we get to do business is changing, and we are all feeling it, right? Y'all know and can feel when somebody is genuinely aligned and authentic and cares. And you all know when somebody is just trying to get a click, a conversion, or whatever. And the thing is, because I know this is a community of heart-centered coaches and healers and feelers and people who genuinely care and want to see a more equitable and inclusive world, the opportunity is that we are the people who are fiercely committed and aligned to connection, right? Chances are that is a value of yours. And what I know in my bones is that alignment, intuition, and connection, those are going to be the cornerstones of what business gets to look like as we move forward. And the reason, my hair's being all weird, the reason that I am sharing this and sharing these questions is because I think it's time we evaluate what connection means. I think it's time that we even look at what are the rules that connection has been up until now. What does connection in this next stage of being and business get to look like, right? I just like, what does it get to feel like when your business, it progresses through presence, not being forced, not being pushed, not chasing, right? It's like we all know that business lately has turned into like, you can feel when somebody is chasing clicks and conversions and metrics. And it's time that we come back to humanity and this value of connection. When I brought this forward to our BodyMind coaches yesterday, one little trend that showed up is that for a lot of folks, right, and when I ask what does connection look like, what is your definition of connection, a lot of folks realized that they had forgotten themselves in this value of connection. And so, just for me, what I've been playing with and what I've been exploring is this idea of what does a fiercely aligned business look like, right? Because as the folks who care and want to give and share and expand, right, we often do this fun thing where everybody else gets that value of connection first. But the thing is, when your business is fiercely aligned to you, to your values, when your business is actually designed to hold you and like support you, that giving naturally gets to happen. So I want to share with you 3 questions to maybe start to explore how this value of connection gets to shift in your life and in your business. And again, I think the opportunity here, and I want to be really intentional when I say this, is I don't think we know yet what is possible. And I find it, okay, now I'm going to go off on a little tangent before I ask these questions. I'm getting a little frustrated that I see these like marketing messages and trends that like the boys club of marketing shared 2, 3, 4 years ago, that now I'm seeing like a bunch of women, I'm seeing a bunch of like the heart-centered folks trying to teach those same systems. And my frustration is like this new way of being. Yes, we as the folks who care about the well-being of our communities, of the environment, all of that stuff. I want to be really mindful that we're not just replicating old systems and spinning it in a different way. I actually think that some of those systems need to break. I think it's time, right? What I've heard from like all of my clients, what I know to be true for myself is that I'll just say it for myself. I want to do meaningful work. I love my job. I love what I do, and I can easily work a lot, right? I have no problem doing that, right? And we're all over the hustle and the grind culture. We're over that. Right. So I think the key here is, and I see a lot of marketing is now just do less, just do less. But I don't think that's the solution either. It's about doing work that is meaningful and intentional and not working to work or hustling to hustle, but really being aligned that your work matters and it's meaningful. So 1, I want to do meaningful work. 2, I want to have a profitable business, right? Yes, profits matter. And I want the profits, again, to have intention and meaning. And 3, the third thing that I'm seeing across the board that I also know for myself is I want to enjoy my life. And I'm curious, do you want to do meaningful work? Do you want to have a profitable business? And do you want to, enjoy your life? That I think is going to be the cornerstones of what business gets to move into and what this potentially can look like. And in order to do that, again, starting to get curious to what does this value of connection get to look like? So the 3 questions that I want to share with you today to explore and just see what shows up is, the first question is, what does connection get to look like in your body today? Right? And be aware of any judgments, right? You might connect to your pinky finger, and that's fantastic. Maybe connection in your body gets to look like a deep breath, or a walk, or your feet on the ground, or your back against the chair. But what does connection in your body get to look like? The second question is, what does connection get to look like in your life today? Right? And that might be connecting with a family member. That might be getting outside and connecting with nature. But what does it get to look like in your life? Right? And then the third question that I want to invite you to play and explore with is, how does the energy of connection want to expand in your business? How does the energy of connection want to expand in your business? Now, I'm really intentional on how I ask this question, because this isn't you go force connection, you go push, pull, or chase connection. This is you invite the energy of connection into yourself and ask it where it wants to go. Because typically when you do that, this has been my experience, there might be a message that comes through that you want to share. There might be a person that comes to mind that maybe you just say, hey, I was thinking about you today. Maybe there's an email that you want to send, or maybe an idea for a workshop shows up, right? But this is how I want you to start thinking about your business structure. It's not, let me have a perfect social media thingy outlined and perfected, so that I don't have to be vulnerable and actually share my truth. It's instead, how does this energy want to live through me and be shared and expanded? Because the cool thing is, connection wants to genuinely connect, right? Like, you don't have to force that. So maybe just take a moment. How do I get to experience connection in my body? Start small. Sometimes I love rubbing my fingertips together, my hands. Deep breath. Let it be easy. How do I get to experience connection in my life? Let it be simple. Nature, is there a person, right? Maybe you want to cook a yummy meal, sit outside in the sun, whatever that is. And then how does the energy of connection want to expand in my business? What if that's the key to progress through presence? What might be possible then? Thank you for joining me. I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, and just remember that you are a gift.